Welcome to the Le Grim Reaper channel, where we bring you bone-chilling true stories from around the world. From haunted houses to unexplained disappearances, we have it all. So, turn off the lights, grab a blanket, and get ready for a scare. I've always been a bit of a loner. Maybe it's just my nature, or a product of growing up as an only child. Regardless, I've come to cherish the moments of peace and solitude that life occasionally grants me. So when my parents announced that they would be going on a weekend vacation, I saw it as the perfect opportunity to take a break from my hectic college life and enjoy some much-needed alone time at my childhood home. The house itself was nothing special, a modest two-story structure nestled in a quiet suburban neighborhood. But to me, it represented the comforts of my youth and a welcome escape from the stress of school. The weekend couldn't come soon enough, so I eagerly packed my bags and drove back to my parents' house. A wave of nostalgia washed over me as I pulled into the driveway. It was the same driveway where I had played basketball as a kid and learned to ride my bike. The house, with its familiar brick facade and neatly trimmed lawn, welcomed me like an old friend. I couldn't help but smile as I unlocked the front door and stepped inside. The familiar scent of home enveloped me as I walked through the house, taking in the sights of the rooms that had once been the backdrop of my childhood. It felt like I had traveled back in time, and for a moment, I was that carefree kid again, running through the halls with boundless energy. I quickly settled into the comfort of my old bedroom, eager to relish every moment of my weekend retreat. That first evening, I enjoyed the simple pleasures of home-cooked meals, a good book, and the soothing sounds of nature outside my window. It was everything I'd hoped for, and I was grateful for the opportunity to unwind and recharge. Little did I know that the seemingly ordinary night was about to take a terrifying turn that would shatter my sense of security and leave me forever haunted by the chilling events that transpired within the walls of my childhood home. As the sun dipped below the horizon, painting the sky with hues of orange and pink, I settled into the plush cushions of the living room sofa, ready to lose myself in the world of cinema. I picked out one of my favorite films, a classic that had never failed to entertain and comfort me. The living room, with its familiar beige walls adorned with family photos and mementos, seemed to embrace me with its warmth, and I couldn't help but feel at ease. The movie played on, transporting me to a world of adventure and excitement, and for a time, I was able to forget the stresses of college life. The flickering images on the screen cast an enchanting glow across the room, and I reveled in the simple pleasure of being alone in my childhood sanctuary. It was during a particularly quiet scene in the movie that I first noticed the odd noises emanating from the basement. At first, they were faint and easily dismissed as the creaking of an old house or the hum of the central heating system. But as the minutes ticked by, the sounds grew more persistent and unnerving. Footsteps echoed through the basement, accompanied by muffled voices that seemed to be engaged in a hushed conversation. I tried to convince myself that it was just my overactive imagination, fueled by the eerie atmosphere of the movie. But as the noises continued, I could no longer deny the unsettling reality that something was amiss. My heart raced in my chest as I paused the movie, straining my ears to catch every unsettling sound that drifted up from the depths of the basement. A creeping sense of dread quickly replaced the comforting familiarity of my childhood home, and I knew that I could no longer ignore the disturbing noises that filled the once peaceful house. Gathering every ounce of courage I could muster, I decided to investigate the source of the unsettling noises. I crept down the hallway, my heart pounding in my chest as the creaking of the wooden floors seemed to amplify my every step. The door to the basement loomed before me, and I hesitated for a moment before slowly turning the knob and descending into the darkness. The dim light from the staircase did little to illuminate the basement, casting eerie shadows across the room. As my eyes adjusted, I noticed strange items scattered about: dirty clothes, food wrappers, and even a makeshift bed. A chilling realization swept over me. Someone had been living in our basement, completely undetected. I felt a surge of panic as I pieced together the disturbing clues, each new mystery amplifying my fear. My breath grew ragged, and I knew I had to get out of the house as quickly as possible. As I turned to flee, the basement door slammed shut, plunging me into complete darkness. The sound of heavy footsteps ascending the stairs sent me into a frenzy, and I scrambled to find a hiding spot. I could hear the intruder's labored breathing, and as they entered the room, I caught a glimpse of their twisted, deranged features. My heart threatened to burst as I realized I was trapped with this dangerous stranger. Summoning the last of my strength, I made a desperate lunge for the door, narrowly escaping the intruder's grasp. I sprinted up the stairs, my legs feeling like jelly beneath me, and managed to lock myself in a room. My hands shook as I dialed the police, trying to steady my voice enough to explain the horrifying situation. As I waited for help to arrive, the intruder's muffled cries and pounding on the door filled the house, a chilling reminder of the nightmare I had stumbled into. After a few minutes, the wail of approaching sirens brought a sense of temporary relief as the police finally arrived at the scene. I hesitantly unlocked the door, my body still trembling from the harrowing ordeal. The officers carefully searched the house, but it soon became apparent that the intruder had managed to escape, leaving behind chilling clues of his unsettling presence. As the officers took my statement, they informed me of similar break-ins and incidents occurring in the neighborhood. The intruder always seemed to be one step ahead of the authorities, evading capture time and time again. The realization that he was still out there, free to terrorize others, filled me with dread. In the days that followed, I found myself living in a constant state of fear and paranoia. Every creak of the floorboards, every rustle of the leaves outside sent me into a panic. Once a sanctuary of comfort and familiarity, my childhood home had been transformed into a place of nightmares. I was haunted by the knowledge that the intruder was still at large, lurking in the shadows, waiting for his next opportunity to strike. The experience served as a terrifying reminder that danger can lurk in the most familiar places, and the feeling of safety can be shattered instantly. The world I thought I knew so well had become a sinister landscape filled with unseen threats and the ever-present dread of the unknown.
We hope you enjoyed our spine-tingling stories. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the La Grim Reaper channel to stay updated on our latest uploads. Until next time, sweet dreams, if you can sleep at all.